Hello there, I am Man in Yellow, and welcome back to the Road to Summerfall Fear series. We're just going to do a couple games here, because then I can get a terrifying pack. I think I'm just gonna do 2 for this episode, and then maybe 3 for the next one. That way I get all of the daily tiers. I can't remember if I'm getting any... Am I getting any packs here? Okay, no, there's a bit of time until I get that. Maybe next episode I'll get a pack from that, depending on how many monsters I end up playing. Okay, so this is a pretty bad map, but I normally do Gravedigger turn 1 here. I think that's pretty good. You pretty much have to bring a Terraformer because of all these blocks. Honestly, the current rotation of maps is not very good. There's like 3 good maps and like 4 bad ones. So you have a higher chance of getting a bad map than a good map, which is not very nice. It looks like they're doing a similar thing. They're actually going for a bomb. I don't think they should go bomb here. You pretty much never go boom turn 1 or 2. You use it as like a zoning tool behind your other phobies. That's where it shines the best. They should just go for like a small tanky 1 key if they want a 1 key. Like a Henrietta or a Tickles or a Cowbell, I would say. Why do they want all this power? And why didn't they take the point? Oh, they're afraid of Snowball, that's why they didn't take the point with that. But I mean, would this even die to Snowball? They are higher level than I am. By quite a lot. I don't even think it's correct to do that, actually. I should probably just throw a creep in here. Now that I look at it. This seems better than going for a bow on this turn. Creep is really good against both of these phobies. Creep in general is just really, really good early game. What? You're just gonna get poisoned if you do that. You're still getting poisoned. This is not a tank. Like, that's not Boomer, man. That is not gonna work. Okay, this seems more sensible. That still seems weird to do. I could straight up kill that, just like by hitting it with a jar cannon. Here. Which is actually not bad to do. Just melee it and jar cannon it if they put it there. Okay. Is this play even good either? I don't know if it is. I mean, I guess I can't really go up here with the creep because then they would be able to snowball me. So it kind of works out for them. Could go up and hit this, but that's bad for me because they would get to heal and they're over leveled and stuff. That doesn't seem like a great idea. I think I'm just going to bring a Giggles. Oh wait, we don't have Giggles. I'm thinking about my main account. Is it Bone Mangles then? I just want the high-powered turret. Guess it's Bone Mangles. Then we just double hit this tile. I could have put the creep here, I guess, on this tile. Which might have been smart to do. I should probably have done that. I was just thinking maybe they just walk up and hit me with the Gravedigger then. And tank the poison. But they probably wouldn't have done that. I do have to spend a bit of time to kill this block. Because there will be another turn before I can Gravedigger, and I'm not gonna Gravedigger this obstacle, I'm gonna destroy one of the permanent ones instead. I think that's just better. Burn his face. Okay. We could Grayley on that, to be honest. That is, like, the counter to Furnace Face. But it's also pretty expensive. I'm thinking of just trying to brony them here, to be honest. It will depend on what else they play. Really? Okay, they're also going very slow in here. Wait, don't I just... Hold up, I think I'm supposed to take this point with my Bomangles, actually. And then we just sit here. Destroy this block, I guess. Oh wait, no, I can't destroy that block. Then I get hit by this for free. I do not want. And kill this in one hit if they go in and then just back off. So we're not really in a hurry to do anything here, I don't think. I could have brought a 1-key actually, to try and take the middle. A Bachelor would be pretty nice, I guess. And just defend this point down here with the creep. Should be fine. Okay, they're going erratic. This is looking more and more like a brony game. To be honest, I think I might be going for a 1-key plus a Droney on this turn. Oh, not a Droney, a Brony. This is just very good against most of their team, to be honest. And because of how the blocks are, it's actually kind of easy to avoid here on your own units. I'm gonna sacrifice this Bachelor and I'm gonna try and go for... What's it called? Or High Five. I guess this creep should have been in the corner if it could have been. I can't remember where it was. Should have been down here if I could have placed it there. I don't know if I could have though. Okay, so the big problem for them here is that I'm just going to brony their entire team. Which is very nice for me, I would say. We're just going to use this first for a little bit of damage. And then this hits everything other than that, I guess. And that's just the best I can do. This needs to move up here or something. I guess it can just move over like this. Then we get this kind of thing. Hit the Gravedigger for a bunch. Move away with this. Move this up here. Actually, no, we move this down here so that the A-wall can maybe kill it. Right? Or is that wrong? How much health is this? It doesn't die to the poison, then I'm just gonna hit it. I want the Bachelor to die, because then we can go for a High Five. Or even a Graylien, if I decide to go for that path instead. Depends on what they're doing. This is a 2-turn or 2 brony game. You want 2 users out of it here. But it should be possible to do because they have so many slow phobies. I mean, they should kill this A-wall off so that they can summon something. For sure. That's kind of what I let them do here. I guess I could have not given them that. But then the A-wall would deal a decent amount of damage to me and I would be forced to hit it and stuff. Which I don't really love the idea of. Wonder if we can try and hard rush them here. I don't think we can, but I mean not on this turn anyway. Because this is only what, 1500? next turn. Plus the 500 from this turn, so it's 2000 damage, but we can't take the bottom point. So that makes it way too hard to do. We could try and block this guy out, I guess. Do this. That's pretty decent. Then we just destroy this block and start moving down a little bit. They're still powered down for this turn, so we actually don't have to be scared of them at all. Actually, I think I'm going to put my creep here and then just drop the high five on top of them at the bottom. Again, like I said before, we are going for a brony, like a second brony ability. That's kind of what I'm doing, so I'm just setting up a scenario where the game will go for longer. Because they have to move back now with us being in their face, most likely. Otherwise I just get one hit and move away. That deals a decent chunk to this. I don't know, maybe I could have just fully all-in them also. Put the high five here. Put it in the corner after. I might have been able to just kill them straight up, to be honest. If I did the super aggressive play. I should have done the math on it. Because I could probably just have figured out exactly how to kill them. We get the point for free here, so that's actually very good. And they used the destroyer on the wrong block. They should have used it on this. Now they're still like closed in near their heart. So I can go up here and hit the heart, which is very nice for me. They get some damage with the... what's it called? Erratic. That's not really a big deal. So we just want to put high five here because then we can walk behind the heart and that will probably be extremely hard for them to deal with. I think I'm just going to do something like this. And then they can't actually even kill the brony. I think I'm supposed to just body block them with this. So they can't take this point. I don't even think I need the second turn of Baroni. I actually think I misplayed here. I think I should have tried to hard rush them on the turn where I talked about it. Where I could have dealt 2000 damage. Because if I deal 2000 to their heart on that turn and then I put the high five in the pocket behind their heart here, I think they just die. That's like something you can do on this map once you have destroyed the block that used to be where the high five is. If you can get a unit behind their heart, it's really hard for them to deal with. Because they can only use lobbers to hit it. You can see they already know that they're dead. Because I just killed this Gravedigger and then put my high five behind. And there's nothing they can do about it. Could even double body block them to make sure this can never get on it. Which I might actually do. I also didn't even take any panic points back here. Which is very questionable. But I guess they've probably given up already. Oh, I have to double hit that. That's pretty annoying. What can you do though? I actually think I'm supposed to bring the Brony up here. The reason why I'm putting the Brony up there is just to make sure that there's no scenario in which they can like power down the high five with the Boo Fairy. They would probably lose even if they did that though, because they just can't deal with this high five. It's in too good of a spot now. Because, like, if I didn't block with my phobie sitting here in front, maybe they could walk up to the high five and power it down with the Boo Fairy. Which does reduce the damage to, like, 300 or 400 a turn, right? Yeah, 300 a turn, I think. Although they are still, like, taking a ton of damage from the panic points, and the Bomangles would also maybe be able to hit. So it's still not easy for them, even if they manage to connect that debuff. The main mistake my opponent made here is they played too many slow phobies. Like, if you look at their team, they have Erratic and Furnace Phase together. That's just way too much one movement. Like, you put too many keys into one movement phobies. Which you can do to a certain degree on small maps, but you shouldn't be putting 12 keys into them. And you should also split them into multiple smaller ones most of the time. Having one big win condition is good, like a Furnace Phase or one Erratic, but both together is just too much. You end up just like you could see on this map or a game where I just like rotated around them. They pretty much never got to actually hit anything of relevance with the Furnace Phase and Erratic. So that's why you can't go for too many big slow units. You go for like one really big one and then maybe a turret at most. Or you just go for multiple smaller turrets. And that works better. Both Gravedigger MVPs. You can see we didn't even kill each other's phobies. That was just like them playing too slow and me killing them, essentially. They were level 83, so pretty over-leveled. Let's grab this Terrifying pack. Okay, that is completely useless. What about this one? I mean, I don't use that a lot anymore, but it's not completely useless, I guess. Might as well upgrade this guy. Was there something else I wanted to upgrade, actually? Maybe there was. No, the only other thing is like clinical, but that's not that important since I mainly just use it for curing. Guess I'll just upgrade the Pterodactyl. This is still somewhat usable on some of the large maps in the game that are in right now. Also, I think they're doing a rework of Evermore Pits, so if I end up playing on that, would probably be good. Like, it's fine on Desolation Row, it's usable on Silo, like usable on Phobopolis at this level. Shovel Town is probably better on, so I could still use the Pterodactyl a little bit. That didn't give me anything new though. Which is kind of the expected outcome, to be fair. But it would be nice to get like a random cassowary or something. Just pop out there. Maybe a Noxious. Although that is obviously expecting too much. Okay, we get the same map again. This time we are on the other side though. A level 12 Slayer. That is not a phobia you see that often. People normally prefer Numbskull if they're going to go for a slow 1 key. I think this is a case where I should drop a 1 key on turn 1 rather than bank. Just because otherwise there might be some weird scenario where they like run in here with a Razor Mouth, put this forward and then like drop a spot down here with another 1 key. behind up here. And then suddenly I can't really defend against the Razormouth. Like, if I try and kill it, it will be bad for my Gravedigger, because he's all alone. And I don't have a snowball to help. Like, imagine if this takes the point and then there's like a spot down here and a 1 key here. Like a boom or something. That would be very annoying. Also, they're going to poke me apparently with Jar Cannon. Can I even kill that in 1 hit? I don't believe I can. I think I can do this though. And take the bottom point. Should be fairly annoying for them. I think I'll go Stabby here because they have a high level Jar Cannon. Can always swap these two if they decide to go in on the Gravedigger to kill whatever they go in with. We will take a Jar Cannon hit, of course, but I think that's fine. And they may also take the middle with the Slayer. I would do that at least. Yep. It's very expected. So I hit here, move back, move forward with the Razormouth. It's actually not that great, because the Stabby is kind of blocked in that way, but what can you do? Okay, they're going for their own Stabby. Makes a decent amount of sense. I guess I can just keep the Gravedigger here, so that it's not in the way. It's just a little bit far forward then, but that's also perfectly fine, I think. Could just go for another turret. Double it here. Probably go for the bow. I think my Gravedigger is always alive here, right? Yeah, it is. It's pretty important that I get another destruction of these blocks, otherwise the map is kind of unplayable, and I will just get stat diffed, which I'm not interested in getting. They can't kill this with the Jar Cannon. It's not quite over-leveled enough. They should honestly take this Slayer and put it on the top conveyor, I think. Just to be annoying. This is an interesting move. They're putting the Stabby all the way down here. But we can't kill that. We probably shouldn't be able to either, though. Although maybe we would be able to on even levels. But then my Gravedigger would also die, so that's not even worth it. Even if I could. Actually, I think I want to do it this way. And just keep the Gravedigger right behind here. And we maybe bring a Murderwing or something. Although they fully banked though. Maybe it's just a creep angle, actually. Maybe it's a do-nothing angle. Let's see. This goes in, we Jar Cannon, we hit, then we double hit down here and we kill with the Gravedigger to take the point. But I want to destroy the block, so that's kind of weird. I think I should go for another small phobia here. I just don't know what. Maybe this. Is that even enough, though? It is not enough. I guess I just have to Jar Cannon if they go all in. Although I have to Jar Cannon this. I destroyed this, I go here, hit. I guess I can't kill the Stabby or the... Either the Stabby or the Slayer has to be left alive if they go in. Although they will probably hit with the Slayer, so maybe I can kill it without the Jar Cannon, and then I would be able to kill both. So it's fine, I think. Okay. They're damaging this a lot, but that's fine, I guess. Now there's a Klepto supporting. That should definitely be one tile further down. That is a pretty big misplay, but that's great for me. Should be a tile further down, because then my Bowmankles can't walk forward to this spot. And if they're summoning Bachelor, it should definitely be taking the point. That is... like, the start of the turn here was good for them, but then they kind of did some worse things after. What can we do here? That will be good for me. Not even sure if hitting with the stabby twice there is a good idea. But I just went for it. Kind of want to go for something somewhat fast. Could just be a Hevo angle, actually. It's either Hevo or like a Primate, I think. And I'm pretty sure I like the Hevo better. Because of the lobbing, in this case. High Five, or the... not High Five, the Primate would save me a little bit of keys, though. This might be too aggressive. Because they can kill both of these right now. What? They're taking the damage on the Klepto? I guess that's fine. This gets moved down, so I can't hit it with the Gravedigger that well. Is the idea here, I think. I actually can't even really kill the Stabby in a good way either. Because they're over-leveled here. If I had Snowball, I would be able to kill this Klepto also. That's kind of bad that I don't have it. Do I have to move back twice with this bow? It feels so bad if I have to do that, though. Could also just sacrifice it to kill the Stabby, which I think I might actually do. I can't even do that, actually. That's not enough damage. Not unless I use Jar Cannon. Which I guess I'll have to do then. I just have to do this, I think. Even though it's a bad play for me. Not really any choice. They're going to double hit here and get so much damage on my Hevo, though. Then I have to Clinico it, and I can only go for a Benny, and they have 7 keys. I think this is a lost game, to be honest. I also think my Jar Cannon is in the wrong spot. It should obviously be 1 down. But it's too late to change it now. This doesn't die, so it's fine. Maybe my Hevo dies, actually. Yeah, I think my Hevo dies, right? And then the game ends. Double hit. Jump. Hit. Yeah, my Hevo dies even. I mean, there was nothing I could really do on that turn, I feel like. These are just a little bit too rough to deal with. Maybe I should have tried to stall more. Now my Gravedigger also dies next turn because I have to kill this. Then I only have a Benny to try and deal with them with. Maybe a Snappy instead. I feel like that won't be enough though. Can't even kill that in a nice way. Do I go for the Snappy or the Benny? Is there any advantage to this Benny? Not really, right? Like there are... I guess I can go creep with either one, actually, so... I think the advantage to the Benny is that I get it on this turn, which is a very small advantage, but it's still an advantage. Maybe I have to go Murderwing and try and kill that Cassowary, but then I'm just never winning the stat fight. I don't think I'm winning the stat fight either way, though. It's too hard to do. from here. I mean, I'm just way too far behind in keys because I couldn't get a good turn on those last couple turns. Now they just summon like a Jill on its head or something. Or even just a turret like the Benny. And the game is impossible to win, ever. I also can't even poke them because their jar cannon is higher level than mine. So mine would just die. I don't know what the electric cat is doing, to be honest. I guess we can go up here with this. So I tried to like bat sushi or something. This is level 5. I mean, I have to go for like a Hail Mary play. Maybe they run into the bat sushi. They're probably just going to take the top point with the Klepto though, if they think for a second. Or apparently not. They're going to try and take it with the electric hat then. Because I can't really do much after they do that, right? Guess we do something weird like this. Remove this here, they can kill it though. Has to be all the way back there for it to not die. But then it's just like not able to do anything. I mean, this is just game over. They're way too far ahead for me to even play the game from here. They played pretty well too in the mid game, although their opener was very weird with the Slayer. They didn't take the point. I feel as if that is probably wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, though. Can they even kill the Benny? No, they can't. A little bit of damage off. They can kill the jar cannon, but then they have to bring their own jar cannon close. And they also have to tank the sushi. I mean, my Benny is dead, so I'm just cooked here. Yes, they just double hit it and place the electric hat on it. I guess I should have tried to play more slow on this and just sit back without fighting. Trying to like fight on even terms with an opponent who is higher level than you is just kind of not possible. Or not possible to win. Anytime I face anyone who's like 5 or 6 levels higher than me, I should just be trying to brony them, I think. Like, this was a bad turn where I took the bottom I don't know if I could really do that. Because I took so much damage on this. Like, this was already being too aggressive. I should just have looked at their phobies and went like, okay, they're 4 or 5 levels higher than mine. And the Jarkanis is very, very high. And then I should have just like tried to play a 4 slow game plan instead. Because now I had to do this and my Gravedigger is very damaged. Maybe it shouldn't have been Bomangles, it should have been a Murderwing on this turn. Might have been slightly better overall. Because it would have been able to kill this if it sits up here maybe. Actually, that's not even enough damage, so I guess not. The Contortio also wasn't good here, but they didn't even punish me for that. So that was fine. Then this turn, maybe I shouldn't have done this. I mean, this was just like a little bit too hard to play for. I think I should have destroyed the block, double hit, or just hit with the Bomangles on this, hit once with the Stabby and then move the tile back, and I should have just banged for a Brony and played for that instead. That would have made the rest of this way easier. And then from there on, it was just like impossible. Like, on this turn where I have to move the bow up here because I can't kill this Klepto, I'm just kind of doomed. I guess maybe, could I have killed it? How much damage is my jar? I don't think I could have killed it, right? 280, 24. No, it's a little bit out of range, I think. It's like 12 damage off being able to kill it. So, if these were like 1 level higher, maybe I could have killed this. But then I would have killed nothing else. So the Stabby would still have been alive to hit me. So would the Bachelor, and this would be able to jump. So that wouldn't even have been a great turn for me either. It was the previous turns where I went for this like aggressive stuff. Where I tried to fight them despite being lower level by a decent amount on most of the phobies. Those were the mistakes here. I pretty much have to just play for Brony in a lot of these, even though it feels a little bit cheesy to do. Would be better if I also had some like AoE poison or something. Then I could play for that. Because you can play for like poison or disease into high level opponents also. It's like a slow strategy where you disease them and then like sit back with a like strong backline so they can't really get to you. And then some turrets and stuff. Anyway though, like I said, I only wanted to do 2 games here. I mean, they were also like double my level. I only wanted to do 2 games, so I'm just going to end this episode here. Thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.